My little Aries. Alright, let's see what your energy is like today. What's going on in your world? So I started to do your reading earlier and then I got distracted. So I'm gonna redo it. So who are we tapping into? Very nice. My little fire guys. Oh, there we go. Oh, you know, maybe you're having trouble grasping things, right? As soon as I started tapping into your energy, I can't hold on to shit. So, the golden children, inner child, tenderness, innocence, and rare gifts. Then we have Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. I like this. This is like somebody who's really in touch with their inner child. Somebody who, I feel like it's coming from a really pure place in your soul. Right? Full of integrity, wanting to do the right things. Also, you're a feisty ass fire sign, so you got your dualities. So let's see what the tarot has to say. I feel a lot of motivation coming towards you. Because I feel very tapped into that fire-ass energy right now. Fire is about passion, communication, honesty. Ooh, okay. Okay. All the cards are coming out. Let's try this again. Burp, burp, burp. Okay. See, I'm telling you, somebody's having trouble holding on to shit. Because I'm fumbling everything right now. Feel like that's a very prominent thing. What are you struggling to hold on to? You only lose what you cling to, right? It's like, I feel like telling you this metaphor about sand, right? If you were to grab a handful of sand and try to hold it, try to clasp it, grasp it, cling to it, own it, it's going to fall through all your fingers, right? But if you respect sand and you don't want to cling on to it and grasp it and hold it that way, you can scoop your hand up into the sand and lift it up and you'll have a handful of sand, right? But anytime you try to cling it, you try to hold on to it, you try to possess it, it's going to elude you, right? It's going to escape your fingers. That's how people work too. So don't cling to shit. Don't try to own anything, right? There's also this great quote that I've heard that says, let people do what they want to do and see what they want to do, right? Like, we ain't got to try to force nobody to fit some ideal or live in, you know, a box for us. Do what we want. Hell no. See what they want to do. Do they want to be loyal to you? Do they want to see you be seen in public with you? Do they want, you know, like, that's some important shit to really ask yourself. Because people who want to do it will do it. People who don't, won't. Bottom line. 3 of Swords in reverse. I feel like you're healing from something. 3 of Swords is all about heartbreak, right? 3 of Swords in reverse is healing from that. Knight of Cups. New love coming in. Knight of Pentacles. An offer, right? Interesting thing about this offer, though, is this is the only knight that's not going anywhere, right? The Knight of Pentacles has this pentacle in his hand, right? He's all dressed up, ready to go. But he's hesitant, right? He's holding on to something. He ain't moving forward with something. It could be fear. It could be doubt. The World in reverse tells me that you still might need to get closure on a past connection before moving forward with the next one. Because if you're still feeling the hurt, or if you're still energetically connected to your past, you're not going to be good for your future, right? And that's just how it is. You know, if you still talk about your ex all the time, or you're still thinking about that, you're not healed enough to move forward, okay? You need to get closure on that situation. So, what's your advice from Spirit? A lot of the times we break up with people and we're like, I'm ready to move on and I'm ready for something new, something different, da 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 da. But then it's like trying to move on too quickly without getting closure. You'll end up in similar situations, right? It's like you have to face the same karmic debt just with somebody else, right? Because there's something that hasn't been learned. And that's why taking time to heal yourself and really, you know, go through the process of that is important, so that you don't revisit your past, so that everything is, you know, all energetic cords of the past are cut, so that you're able to move forward and able to be happy in that. So, let's see. Alright, we've got Miss Ida in reverse, right? And this is the High Priestess in reverse. There's denial, right? You're like, I'm healed, I'm good, I'm da-da-da. Do you still feel triggered, though? Because if you're still getting triggered, you ain't healed. Okay, let's be real. If certain things still set you off, if you're still feeling some kind of way, if you've got grudge, resentments, any kind of thing like that, you're not healed. I love you, but that's the facts. Six of Pentacles, right? I feel this energy of like wanting somebody to balance out life with, right? You want a connection. The Six of Wands, you get a lot of attention, right? Of course you do. You're a fire sign. It goes with the thing, right? It's this energy that, like, people do admire you. You have a lot of admirers. People want to share in this life with you, right? I see you wanting to share in this life with somebody else. Also, with the Six of Pentacles, there's this energy of gambling, right? I've never seen it in another deck, but this is somebody who's gambling, right? And I feel like certain connections are a gamble for you. It might feel like a gamble going back into the dating world, right? I'm not saying don't date. Like, go date. Just understand you might not be ready for the commitment aspect of that, right? You still need to heal from some shit, and you might bring your trauma into this new connection or whatever, you know, whatever you experienced, whatever shit you went through, that's a potential. Father Sims is in reverse. This is a Star card in reverse, right? And it's like, I feel like you need a lot of patience, right? There's something like there's something in the mix for you, something really beautiful that's coming to happen, right? But with Miss Robinson in reverse, you know, the death card in reverse, there's this energy that you haven't quite closed out a cycle, right? There's like, you keep revisiting this past energy. Big Mama showing up to tell you what up, right? Big Mama, it's like, that's that divine feminine energy, right? She showed up, she's got some biscuits on a plate, you know, she looks like ready for church. She's, you know, in this energy, and I feel this, like, maybe you've gotten some advice recently from your mom or like a mother type figure. Maybe somebody's trying to really help guide you through this, and you might want to rebel against them, right? You might have this like, I know what's best for me, I'm just going to do that. You know, you're a fire sign. I do feel, though, that it's good to give yourself time, right? Maybe go talk to your mom or, you know, a mother type figure if you don't have a mom or whatever. Sometimes our moms are not our moms, right? Sometimes, you know, we just need that maternal energy around us. But I feel like you're going to be getting guidance from somebody who's coming from a really good place, right? Who wants to see you be successful and happy and healthy, you know? Somebody who's looking out for your best interest. In the Six of Wands energy, it's like you have a lot of admirers, right? People really look up to you. People will see you as the shit. And I feel like it's saying don't take a gamble on people. No, without a shadow of a doubt before you enter things with people. Because I feel like certain energies are just such a gamble, and that gamble is that it's going to put you in that same Three of Swords energy that you're just getting out of, you know? Charles Bukowski once said, solitude is a gift. Everything else is a test of your endurance. I love that. You know, I live by that. I believe that. Everything else is a test of your endurance. So, what's this advice from Big Mama? Alright, this could even be a passed over loved one who's trying to come through with some advice that you ain't hearing, you know. Let's see, what is this advice? Because I'm feeling drawn back to this energy, right? Could be a grandmother figure, mother figure. Let's see it. Nine of Pentacles in reverse with Railroad Bill. Railroad Bill is a Chariot card, right? Nine of Pentacles in reverse is like feeling like something is unattainable, right? So your advice here is either to move, switch jobs, or whatever, relocate, go on vacation. Something is not unattainable for you. It just feels like it is where you're at, you know? Or maybe you're looking to a certain energy for that attainment, but there's something else in the mix for you, you know? What is this Railroad Bill? What is this Chariot for? Tell me, Big Mama. What is it? Eight of Swords in reverse. Through this movement, through this travel, through whatever it is, getting out of your comfort zone, right? It's like you're leaving a self-imposed prison, right? The Eight of Swords is like somebody standing at a crossroads surrounded by swords and unable to move in any direction, right? Feeling stuck. It's also the energy of not seeing something, right? But you've got the Eight of Swords in reverse, meaning the only prison that you live in is in your mind, right? And with the railroad bill, it's like, all right, it's time to get out of the crossroads and it's time to actually get moving. There's a lot of energy about moving. Moving could be a healing situation for you. Maybe going back home to mama for a little bit, you know, go visit, go do something. Get yourself out of where you're at. All right, Two of Wands. We've got a wanderer choosing a direction, choosing a path, deciding where the fuck to go, right? Alright. So what happens when you move forward? There we got the Three of Wands, right? This is Two of Wands, Three of Wands. I'm seeing that you're making moves, right? Three of Wands is walking away from things that don't serve your highest good, right? Things that are putting you in a negative place. This is waiting for your ships to come in also, right? Waiting for a blessing. Five of Cups tells me that you feel depleted, disappointed, emotionally drained out. Six of Swords, I see you leaving, I see you moving, okay? With the Six of Swords, Two of Wands, Three of Wands, and the railroad bill, you're moving. You're leaving. That's your advice, at least. You should. Black Hermit. He's got a wand of power in his hands, right? This is a magician. The magician is very resourceful, right? Even if you don't see it all at once, resources will be brought upon you, right? It's like, this is manifesting a new beginning. Sometimes we can't stay in the same place if we want a new beginning, you know? A new beginning means somewhere else, something else, right? You can't know what you want because you ain't experienced it yet. Right? All you want is some ideal that was pushed into your head. But the life that you really desire, the freedom, the adventure, the exploration, the creativity, the sense of purpose, it's getting out of where you are. Yeah, Ten of Pentacles. Abundance is on the other side of this terrifying decision, right? I see 3 generations of family. No, 4. I see 4 generations of family sitting around their generational wealth, right? Very abundant, very happy. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's feeling taken care of. Everyone's good, right? Maybe you need to go move closer to your family. Maybe you need to spend time with your family. I just feel like you need to reconnect to your roots a little bit. Two of Cups in reverse. This is like severing a partnership. Breakup, roommates, jobs, whatever. There's a severance here though, and it feels like a breakup, right? Three of Swords in reverse tells me that it hurts. It's not an easy decision to make, but it's the right decision to make. Dr. Grant in reverse. He's got his bag packed and he's standing at the gate. He's ready to make that move. He's ready to go. Four of Cups in reverse. Maybe you've rejected this idea before, going back home or whatever, going out into the world. Maybe in the past you've rejected this idea, but I feel like you probably rejected it due to money reasons, right? Five of Pentacles, feeling like, I can't afford to do that, da-da-da-da-da. All you need is one paycheck. All you need is one. Sometimes we make our workload seem like a lot more, like, oh, I'll lose everything if I just leave now, and da-da-da. Sometimes you just gotta fucking take that risk. Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta fucking take that risk. And I feel that you're no longer gonna reject the idea of, like, going and traveling and exploring and experiencing something different, right? The Free Man in reverse, right? This is the Fool card. And it's like, hey, I feel the fear of the unknown, right? Feel the fear of the unknown. Maybe where you go is not a place that you've ever been before. Maybe that's intimidating. Maybe you don't know anybody there. That's also exciting, right? You don't want to do anything impulsive. You don't want to make a huge mistake. You don't want to end up down and out with nothing. And I don't feel like that's going to happen for you because you're really being called to make a big fucking transition here. Ten of Swords in reverse. This is your restoration of self. This is you reincarnating in this life, right? Gula Jack in reverse. This is the Hanged Man card, right? But it's in reverse. And to me, that's saying that there are no obstacles in your way. If you want to go, you'll go. And if you have any burdens that you need to drop off on the way, drop them off. There's nothing standing in your way, just you. Right? Money ain't a thing. You'll get that taken care of. You're in that magician energy. You're very resourceful. You'll manifest it. Alright? Don't be afraid to manifest some shit. Just noticed in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this woman has a dress made out of the evil eye symbol, right? And in the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, maybe somebody is casting the evil eye on you. You know, out of jealousy, spite, grudge, whatever. Could be an ex, could be an old roommate, could be an old coworker, whatever. But I feel like you need to get out of where you're at because you're kind of a target for negative influences, right? Negative energies coming at you, casting shit on you, right? When people tell you, right, there's a reason that words are called spelling, right? They're spells, what we say, right? Read the Four Agreements. It'll explain all of it to you. What you say, you manifest, right? So some person might be like, you ain't shit, you ain't ever gonna do blah, 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 blah. They're spell casting. And the agreement that you'll never be shit or you'll never get anywhere or whatever, or the agreement that certain things will happen in your life are only if you agree with it. Only if you accept it, right? You have to not accept what people tell you of yourself, right? When people tell you, you know, whatever their ideal is, whether it's good or bad, you should be unmoved by any of it because you should know yourself so well, you know, that nobody else gets to decide what your fate's going to be. Nobody else, you know, gets to decide. Like, it's like, for example, like, say there's a girl who has a really toxic ex, and he's like, you're just going to be nothing but a whore your whole life, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, right? If she accepts that, right? If she takes that on in her own consciousness, guess what? She might live according to that life, right? However, if she's like, no, fuck that, you the hoe, I'm moving on, you know, then she doesn't agree to it and she doesn't allow herself to be moved by it, right? So when people insult you or whenever they try to push any kind of thing on your life, all you have to do is simply not agree, right? Please read the 4 agreements. I feel like that would be really beneficial for you because people can only speak things into our reality if we subconsciously agree with it. Same with doctors. Doctors do that shit all the time. If you don't eat right, you're going to do blah, 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 blah. If you don't do this, and blah, 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 it's going to happen. Well, guess what? You don't have to agree with them either. Epigenetics is a thing. Father of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's a masculine energy in your life who is full of shit, right? Likes to spark drama. I don't know why I keep feeling roommate. Almost over a relationship, I feel roommate. With the energy of moving out and needing, like, feeling like financially, like, how the hell am I gonna do this? Like, it feels like a fucking roommate, like a toxic ass roommate who's like, who lies, takes advantage of you, puts you in a bad headspace. John Horse in reverse. You need to be unmoved by people. Let people be what they're gonna be. You don't need to ask them to clarify shit. You don't need to make anything right with them in words. You know, like, you can simply say, I forgive you. This cord is cut. Goodbye. You know, you don't even owe them an explanation. You could simply just. Because this seems like a person who puts you in a bad energy. Like, this doesn't feel like a healthy place to be or a healthy person to be with, right? Page of Wands. Good news is coming in for you. All right, this is a new communication. This is an offer or an opportunity opening up for you. I really feel like this could be a roommate situation. I mean, take it as it resonates, but literally the only thing that seems to hold you back is like either a lease, you know, some sort of contract where you feel financially tied in, or like something like that. Leases can be broken. Roommates can get kicked out, you know. You could also hand the lease over to your roommate and be like, take it and go, you know, find somebody else. I just feel that you need to get out of there. If it's time to renew your lease, don't sign it. Let it go. If you're only like a month or 2 away from your lease being up, save up some money. Like, you know, start getting your house in order. Yeah, 4 of Swords. It's time for you to relax. It's time for you to get in a really good headspace. It's time for you to just know that, like, things will be taken care of. Like, you're going to be okay. That's what I'm hearing. You're going to be okay. The hardest decision to make sometimes is the most important one. And it's up to us to make that decision, right? The grandchildren, right? Seeing Big Mama and the grandchildren, you might be going to see your grandma, right? Or your grandma's hella talking through this fucking reading if she's, you know, whatever. But I see the grandmother's hand holding the grandbaby's hands with a little flower, right? It's very cute. And it's like, it's comforting. It's like, you're gonna be okay, right? Especially with this 4 of Swords. You're gonna be okay. I just feel like you need to hear that. Like, whatever's happening, you're being led to freedom. You're being led out of this captive feeling, right? All obstacles are being removed from you with the Hanged Man in reverse. And the reason that with the Free Man in reverse, right? The Fool card, the Free Man is in reverse, meaning you feel trapped. You feel stuck. And I'm seeing this big mama being like, you ain't stuck. You're gonna get help. You're gonna get out of there. You need to voice your need. You need to make it known that you need to get out of there. And people are gonna help you. The big house in reverse, right? The tower in reverse. This is a tower you need to tip over yourself. This is like a spiritual challenge almost, right? How much do you want freedom? Is it important to you? Do you want to stay trapped forever? Do you need something new? Do you need to be in better energy? Something ain't right. You know what I noticed here with this big house? There's no fucking way for these fools to get out. Except from jumping out of the top of it. Alright? You need to see it for what it is. Sometimes the door to your freedom is a window. But I feel like you need to make this tower happen. That's what I'm really hearing. You're divinely guided, protected, right? I see a lot of protection, especially this grandmother energy, right? Like showing up hardcore. Like, you need to stop being in denial about your ability to get out of that situation. You need to start thinking only about what it's going to be like when you're out. Think about the adventures you're going to have. Think about the energy you're going to be in. Focus on that. Don't think about how stuck you are. Think about what freedom feels like, being unstuck, you know? When we think about constantly feeling trapped, we manifest more of that trapped feeling. If we think more on our freedom and our abundance and our happiness, we manifest more of that. Really research manifestation, honestly. But this is you. What I love about this Hoodoo Tarot deck is that has old slaves in it from, you know, the deep south. Plantains, plantain owners. This is really symbolic of when you need freedom, what are you willing to do to get there? Right? Because some of our ancestors have done some crazy shit for freedom. Some of our ancestors got lashings. Some of our ancestors got hanged. Some of our ancestors risked everything for freedom. And I'm feeling your ancestors saying it's your turn. It's your turn. Sometimes we gotta do the scary thing. Sometimes we gotta do the thing that doesn't seem logical or rational. Sometimes it's the riskiest shit you can ever do, but it's your turn. Alright. I'm going to pull out my Kali Oracle deck, see what we can get from here. It is your turn, though. That chariot is blowing. I hear that train a-comin'. It's rolling round the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison. and time keeps dragging on. When that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. And I was just a baby. Yeah, I'm hearing that. Go listen to Folsom Prison Blues. What are you gonna do for your freedom? You're gonna risk it all. Risk it for the biscuit. And I feel a lot of support from this grandmother-ass figure here. Like, I feel that, right? Like, I look at this and I see my own grandma sometimes. Like, I mean, you're going to be okay. You're divinely protected. Somebody's looking out for your ass. Somebody's seeing the nonsense that's going on, and they're not cool with it. So what are you going to do? Start getting tickets. Take a train. I feel like that would be very metaphorical and dope if you took a train. With the railroad bill right there. Wait, he's just standing there ready to take off into the unknown. Take a train. Guyakali. Think about the Underground Railroads to freedom, right? It's so metaphorical here. It is time to realize the true nature of certain life circumstances. Be grateful for what you've learned, but see things for what they are, rather than what you wish them to be. You shall be able to recognize, process, and prosper from the truth, and do not need to fear the revelations that are unfolding. Vajrakali. There's not always a need to try to grapple and conquer. Sometimes the need is simply to let go. Just because another has created a certain reality for themselves and is attempting to draw you in, it does not mean that you must participate. You have the divinely granted gift of choosing where to invest your energy. Be kind to yourself. I feel like that just sums it up. That just pretty much says what I've been saying this whole time. Get your shit and get out. We don't live in the land of the free so that we can be prisoners to our lives. Right? So be free. It's your turn. Take your spot. Alright. I love you guys. I'll see you later. Namaste.